it's a song. I, for one, I believe this song came at a right time, though my opinion, it was shot even before the saga of Kuchala. But you knew about the Kuchala.
The song Emotional was written a few months after Andre and I had broken up. It was written by the Yuga Boys. They're also black market artists.
Yes.
And they saw the situation I was in. Frankly speaking, I was
That's
emotional.
a month after you have broken up with her.
Maybe a few months.
Few months.
Yeah. Like it was written some months back, basically. Emotional. And we recorded it. The audio written by Yuga Boys, produced by Stain, and mastered by Skills. Not Harvard Skills.
Skills.
So we did the song, the audio, because at the time the emotions were raw. And then the funny thing is, it was the next song to be released with Black Market. But when this Kuchala happened, of course the emotions came back again, and they're like, let's do the video. So we did the video.
The audio was there already,
yeah.
But the video was not there.
Yeah, because I felt I would act it, because it was, it's not easy to act when you're not feeling it at the moment. But when the Kuchala came and it arose all the emotions, and it was the perfect time to shoot the video, and we released the video.
Your first song with Black Market, that was with Andre.
Yes.
And he wrote the song.
Yeah.
He produced the song.
Yeah.
How come this time round he did not even contribute anywhere in your song, yet you in the same? Because if you look at the writer is different, the who mastered the song is different,
yeah.
The one who did the audio is different.
Yeah, everything is different. Andre obviously is disappointed in me. Andre has never been happy with me from the moment I left.
You left him?
Yeah.
You still left?
I left Andre.
Why is it every time that it's women who leave, not men?
No, but this one, Andre had taken me to all his family members in Busia. He introduced me to all his family, brothers, sisters, auntie, everybody in Busia. He had moved to Monyonyo. He got an apartment in Monyonyo for us to move in together. He furnished it with brand new everything. He was in Kira. Yeah. So he furnished it with brand new everything. So he wanted to be settled, and he wanted us to be together forever. Those are facts. And we were working towards that, because he'd even met my family. You know what I'm saying?
We saw the pic with your brothers.
Yeah.
He was sitting like a boss in the chairs.
Yes, exactly. Are you the one who's seen that? You are a serious investigator.
Yeah.
Because others haven't seen that. So we had introduced each other to each other's families. So clearly it was something that was going to be, that was planned. We were planning to be together forever. And he wanted to marry me. The problem was the technicality.
Relax. In those 3 months you guys had met, you had already started planning.
No, we hadn't started planning a wedding, but Andre made it clear that I want to be with you together forever.
Even in the song.
And even the song, yeah. So he introduced me to his family, and we were happy and we were excited, and he wrote me a monster hit. So somebody doing all that for you, and on top of it spending millions and millions and millions. I kept saying he spent over 20 million. And on me in just a few months. That is a person who's serious and who's committed. It's just unfortunate that we broke up over a technicality.
Yeah. Like everyone is saying on the social media, how would you leave a man just because of a test?
And and that is so disturbing when I see the majority of advice on social media saying, forget your health, it's not that important. Somebody's throwing money on you, you should just have gotten married. That would have been you. And I'm like, no. Health comes first. HIV is not a serious. It's not a joking subject. You know what I'm saying? You've had the other day there was a presenter on TV, and he was crying, talking about he was a presenter in Masaka, and he made so much money and he was doing so well, and he happened to get HIV because he was in the circle with Pade, Mitama, and all these. So reality of HIV is not a joking subject. So how the trend on social media can think that money and everything comes before health is disturbing. You have people like Steve Jobs, one of the biggest billionaires in the world. He had all the money in the world, and he was doing so well, but without health, he had nothing. And that's what he kept lamenting about, saying, guys, health is first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it is sad that that can be the trend on social media, and that's why I came out to say, where are the tassels, the USAID, the UKAID, the AICs, these champions of HIV and AIDS in Uganda, of creating awareness of HIV and AIDS, where are they? You can
You know,
clearly
in
see
Uganda
that.
we fear pregnancy more than.
That is, even the fact that you say that is so disturbing, you know. So we need these NGOs.
And
to
for you, you
come.
wanted to get pregnant, but you feared HIV. So for you, different from us.
I wasn't even rushing on the pregnancy because I'm still at the height of my career, and my dear, I have time when it comes to pregnancy.
You have time.
Yeah, because I know how old I am, and I know that I have time.
You spent with Andre 3 months.
Yeah.
After 3 months, you asked for results to go for HIV test.
Yeah.
You guys had never been together in bed, even a single day.
No, we hadn't.
Yet you visited his parents in Busia.
And we were living together.
In the same bed.
Yes.
And nothing happened.
Nothing.
Angela.
You think I would come out? This was nothing.
Did you think you're lying
The
to us,
cameraman
even
can't
lying
even
to
control
yourself?
himself. No, but facts are facts. How come he has not come out to deny that fact? You know, come out and say something, and then I'll give receipts.
You know, we call
what I'm saying?
We call him a sharpshooter, and he failed to shoot you direct, man.
That's probably why he's mad and
Then I'm
angry
mad at you.
and disappointed and can't get on stage with me when I'm singing Tony Davida like what? Anyway, those are facts, and it's just sad. That's why the whole thing is emotional, because
When you and were you still dating, what did you used to talk about, like you and the Andre? What
there's
used to
the
be like that?
future,
The future.
Music.
Did the future have kids?
Yeah, you kept talking about that.
Kind of like, I want you to be my baby mama. Or what?
Yeah, of course. Which man doesn't say that? Yeah.
Yet he had never been in bed with you, like having anything.
Yeah, but because we were, you know, when you love each other, sex is not the most important thing, by the way. When you're so in love with each other,
How come
so many things
just a
to
month
know
and
about each other.
him and Nina Rose, the whatever, that she's pregnant, and for you spend 3 months, kuna.
Ask her, you know what I'm saying. But for me,
Did he ever
I
talk
take my
about
time
his
studying.
kids?
He talked about one.
And you're sure he has one?
No, now I don't know, but he told me about one.
But according to what you hear from people who mean that they
Others are saying many, but for me, he told me one.
and you wanted to add on yours, but you've never had anything in bed with the Andre.
Nothing happened. I'm telling you,
In
without a
3
doubt.
months?
Yes.
Wow.
And let me tell you, not just me, many of my friends also are not quick to rush to bed with men. You know, it's so important to study the partner you're with.
Those are your circles, eh?
Yeah, it's so important.
Other circles do.
They
The
just
first date. So your circles are different. How did you feel, or how did it hit you when you had Dad Andre and Nina Rose?
Of course, emotional. Honestly, that's why it was the perfect time to shoot the video, because those feelings were raw. I'm like, yo.
Leave alone Kuchal, because rumors came out like the whole of quarantine, Nina
Yeah.
Rose and Dad Andre was spending nights together.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about it, obviously, but you don't blame him because you've left. What do you want? Even I was seeing someone else, and I'm still seeing someone else. I'm in a whole different relationship. But when the
You're
whole
seeing someone else?
Yeah, for
Angela,
months.
you always in transit.
Some people are not the same. Oh.
So
My life is fast paced.
so Angela,
Yeah.
you both, let me say you and Dad Andre, whatever you owe in our Black Market Records. So your boss wakes up one day and says, if we're to shoot our ratings and everything, you and Nina Rose have to do a collab.
Why not?
Would you?
Why not? You know, I've been preaching about the fact that it's important to separate emotions and business. When it comes to business and it's the right business move, why not? I'm in a whole different relationship with somebody else, and they have their own relationship. But that doesn't mean the fact that I'm getting emotional over memories of what could have been with Andre doesn't mean that I want him back or I'm ready. No. Those are just memories and the reality of what went down after we separated. It doesn't mean that I still want Andre in my life. I'm done. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's moved on. So why wouldn't I work with her or with him? If it's a good business move, I'm always down for that.
You always have board meetings. And have you three met in a board meeting and you have to agree or disagree about something?
We haven't yet, because Black Market, what I love about them is they have confidentiality agreements, and they treat each individual separately, you know, and respectfully. They do not tell me anything about Andre, and I know they don't tell him anything about me. At least I pray. But I know, because issues would have entangled. So they're really, really professional. They keep us separate. And they gauge, you know, who at the time can work together, and they gauge. And that's what I love about working with the professional record
the year is
label.
ending. You will have to have the end of the year party, and the three of you will have to.
And why not? And why not? There's no emotions there. There's no love there. It's just what was. Yeah, and that's why on my message I said congratulations. Much as I'm congratulating you, I'm emotional of the memories of, you know, had Andre and I split on a horrible note, maybe he was beating me or abusing me or cheating, then I'd be like, rubbish, good luck, you know what I'm saying? But when a man was so good to you, and because of a technicality you leave, that's a whole different ball game. You know, the strength I had to use to leave, very few Ugandans would do that. You know, you're spending millions and doing everything and introducing her everywhere. You know, for other girls that's enough, but for me it wasn't, because for me the thing that was 99 he did everything 99.999%, but that 0.1% meant everything, and it was a deal breaker. So that's a very emotional situation.
Even the nights you spent in, was it Arua Guru? You guys never mingled.
We didn't.
But Angela, because you spent.
But we moved in a house together, and I'm telling you, we didn't. So what about trips and everywhere? We didn't. We just stayed together, and we just were happy. We loved each other. But on that, it didn't go further.
Would you promote Nina Rose's song on your social media platforms?
I would. First of all, I don't promote others, because everybody's busy promoting
like
themselves.
helping you in the same whatever, and you feel like, could be a hit, let me put it there.
If she asks me, I do, why not? But naturally, every artist is promoting themselves. But if somebody says, Auntie, help, why not? Like, why not?
So
I'm serious. Yeah, because you know, you don't, in life you have to understand that you're better off being kind and good and being honest. It works. You get much more blessings than being mean, than being short-sighted and being mean and being cruel. That's being short-sighted. So I was trained, and my parents brought me up to look beyond. You know what I'm saying? And by that is being good-hearted, being good, being kind, being honest.
Okay. You know, there has been a lot of sagas, let me say, that's breaking up here and there, whatever, even those studio sagas. And those were happening even when you were still with him.
No. I left Andre in January. This craziness of all the ladies happened in March, end of March, actually, April.
But these ladies were coming out that even it was happening before
2018, but I met him for 3 months, and November, December,
so
January. No, let me tell you, my relationship with Andre was November, December, January. So these ladies were talking about 2018,
season, yeah?
excitement. So these days, 2017, 2018, okay, that's before. And all this stuff happened when I left. So, telling Quatako, and I know when I was with Andre, without a doubt, it was just me and him. Somebody, and how much more love do you want? Jesus Christ. The man is treating you like a princess, about to carry you. In those 3 months, where would you even find the time to find other women?
To carry him.
I know, I'm sorry, and I know. I disappointed him, I'm sorry. But all these things happened before, way before, and after. So I can't really comment on them.
If cause the emotion was not written, produced, mastered by Andre, if Black Market says now you two are going to work again together, you have to go in the studio, he has to produce all your songs, and you only two alone in the studio, would you?
I would love to. Why not? Andre is.
Won't you get feelings for him again?
I doubt it. No, it's too late. It's too late, because I'm in another relationship and I'm extremely happy.
Because it's like at the moment
it would be business. I'm ready to work with Andre just on business terms, you know. And the fact is, he's a proven hit maker. He made Tony David a monster hit. You know, why wouldn't you go back to that? So with business, I'm so ready to work with him and whoever. But relationship with Andre, it's done. No. It's too late.
Don't you feel like puzzled? Have like you love the money he spent on you? You guys left minus even knowing how sweet he is.
I don't. Maybe men think that, but me, I don't think that. I swear to God, I don't think like that. No, I just, for me, the emotion is on how somebody cared so much for me and treated me like a queen. You know what I'm saying? The sex is not actually, that's never entered my mind.
So Angella is next. Would you do for them to nail down there, Angella?
If they pay me,
what?
I will.
You're under the
there.
same label.
Yes, but even the label will recommend each other and be like, we work in this studio, and each studio has their prices. The best the label can do is not